Hey YouTube, in this video I will be reviewing the VanMoof X3. Did you know that in Dutch it's double O makes a long O sound, which is or, so it's actually a VanMoof, and I'm going to be comparing it to the Cowboy, which everybody does. I'll be just pulling out a few points about the differences and which one you may want to go for. I'm not saying one is better than the other. You can't easily say that. It's just about your needs and what you're looking for from the bike. So this is the X3. It costs 2,000 euros basically on the dot. You also have the S3, which has got everything the same except the frame size is higher, the top bar is higher. If you have smaller inside legs or your your stride, your size is smaller, this is probably the one for you. So number one difference between this and the Cowboy, which is also around 2,000 euros. Well, obviously this comes from Holland and the Cowboy is from Belgium, but the best way I'd explain it, the Cowboy is like if you worked in sales and you hit your targets working for some tech software company, and you worked in sales, and the gift you got to reward you from the CEO, you'd get a Cowboy because it's slick, it's impressive, it's fast, it's dynamic, it looks awesome. This is what the software developers would want though, because it's a lot more techy than the Cowboy. It has got so many features on the app, in the actual kind of hardware of the bike itself, and I'm gonna run through a few of them. So you have, of course, 4 gears, Sturmy Archer in the hub in the back. On the app you can change the point yourself, so there's a custom setting when you can change when it will change automatically for you. Then it's also got normal settings and hilly settings as well. So you've got 4 gears, you've got 4 levels of assistance. I'm going to mention one little annoying thing which I totally don't understand. To change the assistance level, the bike has to be stationary. Now that's super weird. I've never had that on any electric bike at all. You have to kind of stand still to change it to a different assistance level. The flip side of that coin is you've got a booster button on the left part of the handlebar. Now this is absolutely awesome. You just hold it down and it's going to bring you to 25 kilometers an hour and then it cuts off. So that is when you're on a hill or a red light or you've had a fight with a motorist and you need to get burn out of there. You just push the booster button, hold it down and keep going, and you're going to fly away from there. Some of the other features I like, this is a very, very playful bike. I'm going to give a few examples. You're going to hear the sounds in a sec, but it comes with a very nice, sleek toolbox. I thought this was a laptop or a tablet when I saw it. But these are the tools. You've got spacers in there to make the stem higher, and it's party time. You've got one of these as well. So it's saying congratulations. Now you've got different sounds for the bell and different sounds for an alarm. That was the bell. Now you're going to hear the alarm in a sec as well. But you can change these yourself. Now my favorite part of the alarm is the wolf, the dog. So it goes woof, woof. If someone is kind of getting too close to it, knocking it or lifting it up, you'll hear a dog bark. But you can change these yourself, so it's a lot of fun. Waiting for the dog. It's not happening. What happened to the dog? Oh, you can't. Just trust me, it's cool. The security features are absolutely awesome. And again, I think it's stronger than the Cowboy in this regard. So in the back hub, there's a locking mechanism to lock the wheel. So so you can't ride off. You also need to turn it on with the app. You unlock it with the app and you have to kick it this button down here to unlock it as well. So it's got a double security feature already, and it's very clever. So the bike knows when you're close to it with your phone. So when you pull out your phone, the app is already there. It's got the near technology, so it knows you're close and you're going to want to unlock it. The alarm can get annoying. You may want to turn that off after a while. It's only if you can't see the bike. If you can see it, you probably don't need the alarm, because it's quite sensitive when people get close to the bike if they are parking their bike there. In terms of the price, again, I think it's slightly better than Cowboy, because the Cowboy for 2,000, it doesn't come standard with the mud guards and the kickstand, and it's an absolute pain trying to get those afterwards for the Cowboy. You need to buy them up front. So this bike, it comes standard with the mud guards and kickstand, but not with the back rack. And guess how much the back rack is? It's a lot. It's around 125, 127 euros. Obviously, you need a specific one to fit this bike. You can't use a generic one, which is why it costs a lot. They also try and upsell. So when you go to the shop in Antwerp, Amsterdam, Paris, wherever, they're going to ask you about maintenance packages. So that's 300 for 3 years, so 100 each time. Personally, I wouldn't get it. I think that's a bit too much, and it shouldn't have problems every year. So that's 300 euros for 3 years. You shouldn't really need that much maintenance, but it depends how much you're using it. If you're using it, commuting it every day, maybe it's worth it. And then the theft insurance is also 300 for 3 years. Now, there's something very cool about this. They guarantee if your bike is stolen, they're going to find it within 2 weeks. And if not, you get a brand new bike, you get it replaced. If you don't believe me, check out Bike Hunters on YouTube, because the guys in Amsterdam that go around finding these bikes, they have a YouTube series called Bike Hunters, which is super cool. So that is it. Well, one final comment is about the brand, and I'll be talking a lot more about this in my Cowboy review. So make sure you subscribe to see when I drop that, because this is very, very interesting. This bike, you can tell it's been made by product designers. I think the two brothers, VanMoof brothers, were industrial designers. So they've come from outside of the bike industry with a fresh perspective. I think that's obvious looking at it. It doesn't look like any other bike really on the market. Whereas Cowboy, the people setting up that company are just enterprise commercial people. So they're looking for different disruptive technology, but they're not necessarily from a design or biking background. So I think you can feel behind this brand, there's more kind of soul, more thought, more minute details. The Cowboy looks cool, but I didn't find it had that much of a soul. This one's definitely got a soul, but it's maybe not for everyone. Hope that's useful. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. If it was useful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for my more videos coming up on electric bikes. Thanks.